Hey, everybody, we're live. And just to let you know, we're actually 12 minutes early because Princess made it early today. So it's just for the Jews out there, Hanukkah came early.
Yes.
For the Christians, Christmas came early. And for the rest of you, I have no idea what holidays you did. So your girlfriend came early. But anyway, welcome to Habanos Saturday. Before we get
Hello.
going, Geo to everybody. We're going to, as we say, start the program. And first, before we do that, we're going to do this.
This is True OF Entertainment.
It's Rizza and
Welcome to Habanos Saturday, the fastest growing cigar show on YouTube with over 100,000 subscribers. Come join us every Saturday live. Every Saturday live.
And we're here, boys and girls. Welcome back. It's another beautiful Saturday here on the yacht in Monte Carlo and with the boys all over the world. So, how are we
you
doing,
still
gentlemen?
there. You're still there in Monte Carlo.
Yeah, it's
My
a tough
my
life. Somebody has to do it.
my heart is in Scotland for all sorts of
Your
reasons.
heart's in Scotland because Trump's in Scotland.
Is
I
he?
saw the Guardian's front
No,
page
it's
this
not
morning.
because, Stephen, it's not because of President Trump being in Scotland. He is
Yeah.
saying his heart is in Scotland because it's actually meet the makers festival of cigars for non-Cuban cigars happening in the UK. So
Oh,
all the makers of all these big brands, including Fuentes and Davidoff and all of them, they're all showing up, and a lot of the owners and makers are there. So a lot of non-Cuban smokers and the people in the industry are there. Hence, of course, our darling Raza's heart is in Scotland today.
yeah, with Donald Trump. There you go. Because he loves the mega. I know. There you go.
Uh
So,
huh.
but yeah. That's
I,
nice.
I
So
I
basically,
thought
yeah,
I
go ahead.
thought in one way or the other I would
Yeah,
work into the program a shout out to
Donald
Me.
Trump.
Thank you.
this
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
this a
Thank you.
shout out, well, to these two splendid fellows who are over here, but also a shout out to a burgeoning industry full
Virgin.
of cigars, good ones, bad ones, average ones, excellent
There we
ones.
go.
No, I think I covered all the bases there. I thought I would give this Meet the Makers thing a shout out.
Okay.
Sometimes by doing a big event, you can elevate the product.
Crappy cigars, right? Got it.
I didn't say anything. I only
No,
said
no, no.
compliment.
But you were thinking
I
it.
only
You
said
were thinking it.
complimentary things.
I know. Well, let me tell you. Last night I was in a cigar shop. I was in the mega cigar shop here, and
Mm.
I was enjoying the Davidoff's brand because Davidoff we love because not that they're sponsoring us, but their gifts came and the chest of money. So we love Davidoff. So we just want to say love you guys. I smoked my late afternoon yesterday, and then I smoked the
The
early
late
morning, a little
afternoon.
late
It's now
evening.
the late
Yeah,
afternoon. It
yeah,
changes name every single
yep.
time.
That's why I like it. I did that,
He
and I
is
smoked
talking
one
about the late hour, but that's
with
his way
Winston
of
Churchill.
describing
And
one of his favorite cigars.
it is. It is very good. I did that. And then I walked by the Fuentes and there was a Hemingway. And I remember that Usman said the Hemingways were good. I remember having one many years ago. So I bought a Hemingway that was literally as long as a
Oh
porno
shit.
star. And
Ah,
I was
okay.
like, I'm going
Right.
to enjoy that. And I did. Six
Right.
hours later, I was done. I was very happy. So,
Okay. And so in Hemingway's case, I like two of them. One is the short story,
yep.
Hemingway short
Very good
story. It's a
stuff.
very small stuff.
Yeah.
And the other one is something to do with the bestseller, Hemingway short story bestseller or something, Hemingway
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
bestseller.
I know the one you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah, so
Yep.
that's also a small one. So these two are
Yeah.
very nice actually. These are very nice
Yeah.
cigars. I
Well,
mean,
they have.
one of those few cigars for which even with the non-Cubans, I would buy a box.
Yes, and I will tell you something else which I do like about Fuentes. It's like a Davidoff. They're always consistent. They're always good. The other thing, I have some of their Opus X's, and I have some of their Grand Reserves, and I was like, they're okay. I prefer the short story. I prefer the Hemingways over those. not just
Yeah,
because they're less expensive and I'm Jewish, but I think they smoke better. So
absolutely,
I enjoy them
absolutely.
much better. I think the others are all hype. And then Davidoff, of course, you never have a bad smoke. So it's, it's one of those
Yeah.
things. Oh, look at your back. Congratulations.
Yes,
Now
I'm
it's
having
not AI
difficulty getting
anymore.
this. I broke the tripod just before.
Yes, he broke his tripod. We're very
Who
upset.
who who
Tri-
who who was bothering you or troubling you that you had to take it out on that poor tripod?
Tripod.
That's a good question. I
This guy
think
has been up.
I
This
think
guy has
what
been
was on
up
my mind
since 8 o'clock in the morning at least, or he was
was the
active since 8 o'clock in the morning.
I have I met two of Usman's dear friends, colleagues, yesterday afternoon for a smoke. So I met them
Well,
for the first time.
brothers of the
And
movement.
uh, so I can give them a shout out. So
Please.
this is they both were visiting from Dubai, are visiting from Dubai. Dodd and
Mm.
Shahriar, you can Usman will probably put up their Instagram links maybe later in this.
If we
Um,
feel like it. Yeah.
Following the discussions, very philosophical discussions, very classy philosophical discussions
Right.
with
Wait, they had that
those.
with you? I'm sorry. They had
No,
classy
they
and
were having them.
philosophical
They were
discussion
having
with you.
them amongst each other, and I was
Okay. I
spectating.
just had to clear. I got a little
And
worried there.
I was jumping in from time to time. But then
Okay.
we started talking about a topic which is kind of relevant to sort of like many things. We were talking about substance, the substance of products and services, etc. I mean, we were talking about cigars, but you can extend that to
Right.
everything. And the overhyping and the over marketing and the over pitching of stuff. I mean, you can apply that to virtually anything. But what I
Mhm.
was shocked about, and this is the reason why I gave the Meet the Makers thing a shout out, is how much money there is in totally shit cigars. There is just a huge industry
That was
in
funny.
total shit,
Hold
and
Oh,
on. It
getting
only
God.
took
together
7 minutes.
and giving each other grand names like Meet the
Uh-huh.
Makers, etc., etc. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
because if someone doesn't agree with me, they can just fuck off, right? I couldn't
Yeah, of
care
course.
less. Yeah,
But we
it's
know
my
that you
words. It's
think
just a
that.
word.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you don't think much of me, yeah, then my words shouldn't really hurt you.
That's right. You know
And
what they say? Sticks and stones
that's
will
point
break
number
your
one.
bones.
And point number two, if they are hurting you, perhaps you need to reflect on your own products and
Yeah.
how over pitch and overhype
Yeah.
how much overhype is around those products, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to talk in a very serious way, perhaps very cutting. I know I'm becoming more and more aware. It's a semi-serious conversation, but the reason I'm talking about this is very fresh in my head because as I said, I was sitting with two very learned. In fact, I was sitting with three very learned people because Christian at Tondo, he joined us as well. So
Let's pick that up.
and what I was slightly shocked at, I was slightly
Yeah.
shocked, is no one really batted an eyelid when I start talking this way. Is that most people are in agreement. It's just
Right.
that generally speaking, most people don't say these things out loud, primarily because they don't particularly care or they don't particularly want to disrupt, right?
Right.
And the reason I say these things, just as a clarification, these are just my opinions, the opinions of a solitary single human being, right? Okay. They may not amount to what they call a hill of beans anywhere else, right? But it
Right.
is an opinion of a, and I'm encouraging, and this was the nature of the discussion, is encouraging others to say, if you like something, say you like it. If you don't like it, say you don't like it, because then you get product development. You don't get product development
Right.
with people just pitching you $5 cigars with stupid bands on them and saying they're $100. That doesn't
Right.
work, right?
Right.
And back to a topic, one of my favorite topics, which I guess Usman is going to elaborate on today. If there's history of engineering a product, then you can see its development. It's not this, oh, we
Right.
got a new product, etc. It's fabulous. It's really expensive. It comes in a shiny box. That has no meaning. So
Right.
hence the reason for the shout out.
No, no, I agree with you 100%. And we've talked about this. There's not every, most
I
of
mean,
the
you can't
Cubans
just
are
put on
always
a pair
good.
of red trousers and say this is a great product. That's ridiculous.
No, no, I agree with you. The problem with the New World cigars or non-Cuban is that now there's so many. When I was in the whatchamacallit, when I was in the cigar thing yesterday, it's mega. It's like the size of a
It's
football
MAGA.
pitch. Yeah, mega. It's the size of a football pitch. And the problem is there's so much crap out there that's like this is made this is
I'm
and,
glad.
and like
You see, it's infectious. Now even Stephen is
oh no,
saying
I said
there's
that
so much
yesterday when
crap out
I
there.
was there. I went there with some people and I said that to them. I said, this is all shit. And I said, let me just take you to the ones that are decent. So of course, first thing
What
I go
I
do is Davidoff, and then I went over to Fuentes and then Perdone. And then I went over, I like Oliva V. And I said, these are like good. The rest of this crap. And that's it. But everybody likes their own cigars. Like, oh, there's a Cohiba. I go, that's not a real Cohiba. I'm
Oh,
like,
I
you know, I
don't
had to
know
explain to
about
them.
it.
Yeah. So
what I really like about, well, Steve and I you know, we've had a long association on here. I kind of know how you think, and Usman I've known for a very, very long time. But what I like about Usman, I'm pay Usman a compliment. Usman 100% agrees with me in private. He is even more belligerent than I am. Now
oh
I'm
my God.
encouraging the viewers that we have, the audience that we have.
Deal.
Burn down
I'm
cigar stores.
encouraging the people who listen to the podcasts.
Right, right.
I want you to poke Usman, intellectually poke Usman,
Or
because
poke them
you will
if you
find
want.
that inside Usman is a monster of a critic. He's very particular about his cigars. He's very particular towards certain so for example, he's an Habanos aficionado,
It's true.
at some other level. Poke him, prod him, get him to say the truth. He relies on me. The reason why he's laughing right now, he relies on me to say and air what's in
I,
his
I,
mind
I,
without any real consequence. You see,
Oh
what
my
Usman
gosh.
doesn't like, what Usman,
Oh my
I have to cross
God.
my legs for this. What Usman doesn't
So do
particularly
we.
like, Usman also doesn't like these people who dress up like fucking clowns and pretend that they've got a public school education when they haven't. Yeah, they're just little fucking idiots. They're two-bit hoodlums who don't know how to sell cigars, right? Okay. Now, Usman agrees with me on these things,
Now,
yeah.
are you talking about
But what I
Fokker, the
like
guy
about
who
Usman,
was trashed a couple weeks ago?
he's got dignity, he's got charisma, he's got
Yeah.
panache. Usman likes to keep
He's got a
his
pair of
doors and
pants.
windows open for everyone. He's a very welcoming, he's a big-hearted person. Unfortunately, my capacity is deadened and lessened.
okay. Now
Thank you,
that
Thank you, Mr. President. And just so you know, the opinions of Rizza are the opinions of the show.
What
So
I'm trying to do is make sure, Stephen, you talk quite a lot actually. What I'm trying to do is to goad all you little fuckers who are following me and sending me shit messages, yeah, on
yeah,
Instagram
yeah.
to fuck off. Just fuck off,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because what I want is something that is becoming much more, and this is subsequent to the very intellectual
may
herf
I have a pen?
that I had with Dodd. And by the way, Dodd, this is a shout out to you because you've left this in my mind. Substance. We want people of substance. We want products of substance. We want
Right.
discussions of substance. Not the fucking crap. There's, you know, they were dancing. It's like mosquitoes dancing around you. Yeah, fuck off. You know, let's go for the substantial products. Let's go for stuff that has history, that has. Okay.
See, that's the sign. Since Stephen, I'm sure you know what the sign is.
I thought you were
But
going to do that for wanker.
no. See, so Stephen, since Pakistan's national sport is hockey, and I had been a hockey player, so I only recognize this as a
A
hockey side.
timeout.
So, yeah,
Sure.
timeout. So,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
as I just thought timeout.
I played hockey too. Guess what position I played?
Left
Uh,
out.
no. He is not a left out runner. He's like the center forward. Just go and smash the other person's head. That's it.
I
You'll
like
be
that.
shocked. You'll be shocked at the position I played, and I played this position for 3 years. Goalie.
Which one?
Goalie.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
goalie.
So was there a lot of like they do?
I was there to stop the ball going in, but I didn't. I was just there. I just want to tackle the other side.
So wait.
Like,
So
if
when you
anyone's
played
running at you, just all your
when
gear
you
on, just
played
run at them.
when you played goalie, with the fans in the stand a lot of times going goal because you were the
I was
goalie.
letting goals left, right, and center. That's not the problem. The problem was
Okay.
Right.
tackling.
Okay.
So before we continue, I mean it's already 15 minutes and we've gone through all of this, and I'm sure this is going to
God,
be the theme
I've
of
got
the
my
show.
stuff out the way. Carry on.
No. It's not out of the way. It's just a temporary pause that I'm going to give it to you, and also only because I want to listen to more of your stuff. The only reason I was laughing continuously for the last 5 minutes was his reference to the red trousers, which he can't, I guess, forget from wherever he has seen them.
Right.
So that was like, and I exactly know where he is going to refer it to them. So that's why I was like laughing, not allowing him to say the name. So please do not say the name, His Highness. That's one. And since it's a cigar show, and I know Steven is in Monte Carlo and can't smoke, I just thought about asking you if you, by any chance, are in a mood to smoke today. If you're not, then do I have the permission to do the Habanos
Light
history
up.
and light up a cigar as well? If you
Yes.
allow
Light
me?
up.
Yes. Always.
You
You always
very
have
much.
the permission.
I,
There you
I,
go.
I'm humbled by the permission given both of my elder brothers. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Guess
so
he's going to do
we
the
are
history, so
Focus in.
we'll give him a close up.
we are down to our last brand by Habanos essay or the global brands in the 27 brands portfolio, which is José El Piedra. Now, José El Piedra is a cigar which few people would have seen, few people would have known, some people would have smoked, and all of that, but they don't know that this is a cigar which was actually introduced back in 1880. So it is not a new brand. It is a brand which has been there pre-revolution or even pre-19th century and has been there for quite a while. They were quite popular in the time. However, at the time of revolution and after that, they kind of lost their charm and they were kind of dissed down to an extent that in 1990s the brand was kind of discontinued. For about 6 years, the brand stayed as a discontinued, and in 1996 it was introduced to the market, but this time not as a regular kind of brand, but a brand which was more towards the lower end and is a volume brand in the Habanos portfolio now, which means it comes in bundles or they say bigger packs. Of course, there are some 5 packs available as well, but these are the composition. It was previously a local kind of a semi-local kind of a brand. Now it is part of the global portfolio because of it being a volume brand. But it is one of the three brands which are short fillers, like Quintero and La Flor de Cano. So Jose El Pedra is the third one, which is a short filler cigar and made from the lesser Vuelta Bajo regions. Now, when we come up to the fact that we are going to see what is it that is available in today's portfolio in case of Jose El Piedra, in terms of what cigars are available. There are not many. I mean, there is Brevas, which is Petit Corona or a Corona size. Then there is Cazadoras, which is a long Corona, again similar kind of ringage. Conservas, very similar ringage, again considered a long Corona, and Petit Cazadoras, which is Petit Corona as well. And these are like 4 or 5 brands which are primarily between the range of 42 to 44 ringgit, whereas there's only one vitola which is in 48 ringgit, yet not really available. They are medium to a little bit more stronger side in strength, at least for me. However, a lot of people consider them as a light to medium smokes. But that is what I can share with you and tell you in terms of my understanding, in terms of Jose El Piedra. Now, having said that, it is one of those brands which I know about, I wanted to share about, but this is not something which personally I would buy and smoke or I would keep. But this time, while I was in Cuba, Havana, for the Habanas festival, and while we were trying to do some cigar shopping, which was like pathetic, because the only things available were all these fancy smokes that come in extremely expensive prices and not the regular productions. I and when I was coming out of the La Corona factory after my factory tour, there's a shop right next to the La Corona factory, and we went in to see what they have. And I stumbled across something which is again one of the discontinued brands in terms of the Habanos portfolio initially. But I was under the impression that it's a discontinued brand. But I stumbled across a box of Troya. Now, if you can see, this is again a nice, interesting looking box, and has that Cuba seal, Republica de Cuba, and all of that in terms of. But if you notice, this is something which does not have a Habanos DOP seal, which means it is not an official Habanos product. But I think the marketing is done by Habanos. So I mean, you never know what is happening and what's not happening. So this is there's Habanos SA Hencho in Cuba printed at the back. Yet it is not a Habanos DOP, but it is a Cuba DOP. So when I searched more about it, and I got to know that this is now an ICT brand, or as they call as the International Cubana de Tobacos, or ICT, which is the company that makes machine-made cigars and the shorts and all of those under the license of Cuba Tobacco, or maybe now, since Cuba Tobacco is known as Habanos SA, so maybe that is one of the reasons it said this. This is a brand again pre-revolution. This used to be a brand which is pre-revolution from 1932, and it was deleted or removed from the portfolio in 2005. However, it became more of a domestic market brand since 2014, and has been there in Cuban market. Hence, I guess the reason of finding this box while I was there. But it again reappeared in the global market somewhere in 2022, and I guess the reason for that is the global shortage that has led to people to buy this one. And there is only one Vitola which is in current production, which is this one, and it is called the Coronas Club. And this is a box of 12 Corona Club. Now, if you see, this is again one of those boxes which I really like. I mean, it's a nice box, very cheap cigar, again machine made. But if you see, it has those old carvings, it has those old logos, and if you open the box inside, has a lot of historical images and all that stuff in the past. And unlike the other paper that come out of the Habanos boxes, it again has a very shiny, glossy printed paper and all that stuff. So I think they've tried to do something decent when it comes to even the local market or machine made brands. And I think this is and this is something which is the Corona's Club. And if I see, this is I've smoked a few of these, and I think this is a decent, reasonable kind of a cigar, which is okay for your short smoke, quick smoke, if you want to have one during your day, and you want to have a quick 10 minutes, 15 minutes smoke, if you are not having shorts or something and you want to feel like having a cigar and not a short or a wide short like Cohiba and Troya and all of that. If you see, the band is very interesting, shiny red colored band. The cigar is reasonable size. So without further ado, I thought, why not light this one up today for the show. So that completes the Habanos history for today, as well as all the 27 brands that we have in the Habanos portfolio, as well as I've covered one of the machine baits available now as well. Oh,
Very nice. That was beautiful. Look what
if
we
I
learned today.
where
Oh, you kicked them out. There you go. No, let us know how that smokes, because that was a fascinating history. The fans were riveted. I know they were typing furiously while you were talking.
They
Nothing
were
about cigars,
furious.
but they were furious. And they were talking about red trousers. We may have a
who
surprise
sent
guest joining us, kids.
well, Raza, who did you send the link to?
Yours.
Us. Us.
Hmm.
I sent it to him, but I don't know. No, it might be a little bit late. It might not be around, but I sent him the link.
He's
But
around. He's been on the, he
Oh,
started
he
the show
said
before we started the show.
but it could be driving a car, or he could be on a
next time.
He's
plane,
not
or he could
driving a
be,
car. He has a
he could be
chauffeur. He
doing
can
his
sit in the back of the
groceries,
rolls.
sort of washing
He can
washing his
sit.
laundry or something like that.
Right.
I think he
Okay.
has someone
So
that does that.
again, pretty recent draw. Again, since it's a
Yep.
machine made, it's a pre-cut cigar. Comes in a cellophane. and it is already cut from the. So I didn't need to. I just need to light it up, and that was it.
That's interesting. A pre-cut cigar.
Mhm.
Of
You know,
Like
those
like all
non-Cubans don't have that.
all the machine maids from Cuba are kind of pre-cut. Like the shorts, the
Okay.
clubs, the minis, the white shorts, they're
Mm.
all pre. So I think that's
Red pants.
that's what the thing.
Very
when you
nice. All right.
smoke, when Usman, so Usman is a more accomplished smoker than I say that humbly. Usman,
Oh,
when you
God.
smoke a machine-made cigar or a short filler cigar, okay, are you able to discernibly tell that it is? I'm not talking about necessarily the quality. I'm talking about the caliber of smoke. Are you able to tell straight away that it's on the lower end?
See, okay, I would say
Because essentially, what would happen is if it's chopped up tobacco,
yeah.
right?
Now that I've had this
He wants to throw it away.
a few times, trust me, I found this one much better than José L. Piedra and in certain cases Quinteros too. And I felt this is reasonably well constructed as compared to those two. Maybe it is the highest end in their machine-made portfolio. That is why a fancy box and all of that, and
Right.
hence slightly better. But you can know. I mean, you can surely see there's no finesse. There is no not much complexity. It is more of a tobacco thing, and it's more like a pastime, I would say.
Okay. So stick with the real brands, not so much these brands, is what you're saying.
Of course.
Yeah.
See, I wanted to buy this, and I bought it in Cuba just for the sake of trying it out or bringing it with me as part of the history,
Yeah, I mean, you've got to, you've got to
Right.
explore.
because it's something which is only now available in Cuba officially.
Right.
So why not just give it a try
Sure.
Yeah, I
and
think
see
And you'll
what?
never do it again.
Yeah,
It's like I bought it, I'm smoking it, I'm never gonna do it again. So
yeah, right. So, but Stephen, now that we are
yes, sir.
over this, I would like to know, you're in Monte Carlo. Have you
Sure.
gotten the chance to visit the newest built cigar lounge in Monte Carlo?
I have not because we're as you know, I'm tongue in cheek. We're not really in Monte Carlo. So but no, I haven't been to the new cigar lounge last time I was there. So
Hmm.
but next time I really go there, I will go and visit the cigar lounge.
I hear it. I hear and see that it's magnificent. I know that because Kirby says so.
Oh,
And
Well, that's right. I wouldn't only rely on one thing or something. I know it because if I evaluate it from how it has been done. So the fact that Massimo from Diot has done the humidor and the entire cigar place
right.
tells me that quality stuff has been done on that
Right.
humidor. And so at least so there were professionals involved while doing it.
But I
As
have a
far as
question.
yeah, but it's a but the fact that it's a private cigar club or a private
Right.
cigar lounge, I'm not sure whether everyone can go or is it like something because it's the club is a private club.
Right.
Cigar section, do they allow people to go in or not? I'm not sure. In addition to Kirby, I am also very clear that Jasem went there, and I great advice from him as the hombre habano, as well as someone who has been through the thick and thin of cigars and has built his way up. So I think I am very, very comfortable in thinking that it would be a pretty decent place.
No, and that's fine. But Monte Carlo, every time I've been there, Monte Carlo's for show, right? And there's only a handful of people that really live in Monte Carlo. And then the
Yes.
rest of them are oligarchs or billionaires or millionaires that are like, I'm there for show. I've got the hot Russian hooker who's with me here for the season. I go to F1 and I'm done. Like when I lived there for a year, it was very nice. All show, all flash, could care less. I'd go to a cigar store, buy cigars, sit at the cafe when there was a cafe next to the big casino and have my cigars and coffee in the morning and nobody cared. So
Right.
my thing with this club in Monte Carlo, is it for the real connoisseur that really knows what a cigar is, or it's to say I belong to the XYZ club and it's all for flash? Like the
I
man in
think
the red
Can I make a
pants.
comment? Can I make a
so
comment?
before you make a comment, I'm gonna answer. So what I understand for now,
Yeah.
that it is in some form of palace or some form of old palace or something like this,
Yep. Okay.
which was and so there is some historical elements to the place itself. But
Right.
yes, I mean, all of us are aware that since Monte Carlo is primarily for show and for the big
Right.
boys,
No,
and
I take no. It's not for the big boys. Listen, I lived there for a year. It's not. That's not true.
well, you
Most
are
people
the
that go
big
to
boy amongst all of us. You're the big boy amongst all
no,
of us.
stop. No. It's Monte
But I was
Carlo.
referring to the age here, by the way.
Okay, well, that's true, and just so we're clear, other places as well. Now, but Monte Carlo is it's not so much the big boys. You go there for two reasons. You go there because you want to show off and to be able to say, I live here, I'm here, whatever. Or you go for like we were there for business, you go for banking, you go for other things, right? So it's not like these guys that go to the casino every day or for lunch or whatever, and they're pulling up in whatever kind of car. That's the flash. There's billionaires there and millionaires that live there that we would be with. And, as one of my friends would say, you think we have to buy them a bowl of soup. They're not showing off anything. So that's my thing on this club. And I'm sure the man with the red pants is going to go there and write an article for the FT. Anyway,
I'm going to
so
son.
okay, no, but my point is that so it's and I could care less that Kirby goes there. My whole thing of it is it for flash? Is it to say I pay $10,000 a month or whatever the membership is to say I belong to this exclusive club that they make money on the membership, not selling cigars? Or is it for the true connoisseur who's going to show up? It's great that all the professionals designed it and built it. You would have to do that in Monte Carlo, but really, who's going to go there? Is it going to be like if the three of us went there? Those would be the connoisseurs that go there. If it's three guys, you're like, we're in Monte Carlo, we want to go do this, just to say we did it and we could put it on Instagram. So I'm saying, what's the club really for? That's how I'm looking at it right now.
Okay,
So
fair enough. Makes sense.
yeah. So go ahead, Rizza.
What I was going to say is this: is Monte Carlo
Yeah.
more than anything is a brand,
Yeah.
and my suspicion is, having not been here, other than having seen, I'm talking about the cigar club, other than having seen it on social media, it's an extension of that brand. Okay.
Mm.
In terms of the quality of fittings, etc., they've been done by Massimo from the art, right? Yeah, it's in keeping with a certain level of I won't say cigar smoker, I would say Monaco resident visitor who wants to continue that Monte Carlo experience. That's
Right.
what it would, that in my opinion. So for example, I've been to the I had lunch at the Monte Carlo Automobile Club. This would have been 10, 15 years ago. That's my recollection, right? I'll be very honest with you. It's nothing extraordinarily special that you would say,
Right.
oh wow, I was there. It's a place, it's a location that fits
Right.
within the brand of Monte Carlo. One of the most when it comes to cars, one of the most exceptional places I've had lunch or dinner was at Mercedes-Benz in Luxembourg, which has a Michelin style restaurant within the showroom. So you're
Right.
surrounded by these cars, and so that's a different experience, right? Okay, if you go to the Monte Carlo, well, this is some time ago. It may have changed. It's not about the cigars. It's not about the cars. It's just the extension of the Monte Carlo feeling
Right.
that you're in luxury. And to my very limited and humble eyes, it all looks the same. Serious cigar smoke. London is a very, very vibrant place for cigars, right? Okay.
Right.
In contrast, you can go to one cigar lounge and it will be gloriously opulent. You can go to another cigar lounge which is much more simple, but it doesn't mean your experience of cigar smoking is any less. Okay, the surroundings, or so the Monaco the Monaco cigar lounge. Usman, does it have a specific name? I'm being
No,
generic.
it's called as the Monte Carlo Cigar Club.
The Monte Carlo Cigar Club. I would imagine, from a cigar smoker's perspective, at least to me, is like going to smoke at the Peninsula. It's all right to do it once or twice, but after that,
No.
so
Well,
so what? It's
you're a
it's the place.
yeah. Here's what
No, I'm not. No,
no, no. Let
I
me just.
don't think I'm a
Here's
purist.
what
No,
here. Yours said this. Yours just said, "I've never been to the Monte Carlo Club. Saw the very well thing that was made from that guy that we don't mention because he doesn't wear red pants. But the cigar collection there was not that exciting for me."
right. So
So
you will get people like Urs who've been smoking for a long time, have
right,
connections, I mean, from my untrained eye, I consider them the real aficionados, the real
right.
pedigree smokers, right? They'll tell you, hey, it's just another place to smoke. I mean, you can smoke
Hmm.
really well within your own surroundings, okay?
Right.
But as a place to go, does it meet the standards of Monte Carlo? I'm sure it does. That's really the point. Yeah, it meets those
That's what I was
standards.
saying. Right.
Yeah, and that's about it's nothing. I would not imagine that it's sort of like, oh my god, I need to come and smoke here every year. It's not like that. I would rather sit perched on the edge of a yacht in Monte Carlo Marina, smoking a
Right.
cigar. That's a different kind of experience. Everyone has their different and favorite. It's this when
Monte
and
Carlo
because they
Cigar
just
Club.
launched this, and because they just
Right.
launched this, how long ago, Usman? Maybe 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's in public eye, it's in social media eye. The
Right.
owners want to project it. It will just become part of the fabric after a while. It's not going to be something. Oh wow! I went there. It's just a from time to time
Well,
kind of thing.
if they have mediocre cigars, the people who go there mediocre. It's great for social media. And to your point, yes, Monte Carlo is a brand, but like when I go to the cigar place here, like I was there last night, I was watching all these people smoking cigars and whatever. It's a social thing. It's not even that
It's
they know anything about cigars. Like these people are walking in saying, "What should I smoke?" To the guy, and they're not are like a sommelier. They're just the guys that work there, and they're like, "What do you like?" Meeting, and they're like, they'll take them to whatever. And I'm thinking, yeah, this is all social.
I'm
So it's just,
curious. No, just on that social note,
yeah.
Stephen. The thing that my curiosity is, how expensive is it? I mean, I'm talking like
The Monte Carlo Club. That's what I was saying. Is it like a $10,000, $100,000 initiation fee and 10,000 a month? I have no
no, I,
idea.
I I didn't even mean at that level. I meant once you're in there.
Yeah.
What is the cigar pricing like? What is your rationale for going and smoking there? Yes, once as a tourist, absolutely. You'll go
I
there
Right.
would say
as a cigar
because
smoker. You say, right, I must go to the Monte Carlo Cigar Club. I'm a
Right.
cigar smoker. I'm in town. I would like to see what it's about. That's an absolute that's a forgiven, right? Okay.
Right.
I'm just curious. So, for example, some of the hotels in London, including the Peninsula, for example,
Hmm.
the cigars are. Can I use a French word? They're fucking expensive. They're fucking overpriced, right?
I
Now,
didn't know expensive was a French word. Okay.
right. So the reason why they are is because they're not really catering to your average cigar smoker. What they're catering to
Right.
is their resident audience that's visiting. They've had dinner late
Right.
evening. They're staying in their room and they fancy a smoke at midnight. Where am I going to go? I can go, So the
Right.
pricing suits that. Okay. Right. And I'm wondering, Monte Carlo Cigar Club, is it something that's been designed to be inaccessible or accessible? My gut feeling is it's designed to be inaccessible, sort of like when you have flagship stores, right?
Hmm.
Okay, so flagship stores are not necessarily profitable stores. Many times, flagship stores are lost leaders, but they're there to set a sort of a benchmark. Look, we have a shop in the most expensive part of London, or New
Right.
York, or in Paris, and that's what we sell. But then they make the profit from all the other shops around the country. Yeah, so I have a feeling that to have a flex at the Monte Carlo Cigar Club is the flex,
Right.
right? And I'm sure it's worth visiting at least once if it's a great experience again and again.
First of all, if it was worth visiting at all, they would have invited the three of us to do the show live there. So the fact that the three of us were not invited and they paid for us to come, it's a shit place. I wouldn't even be caught dead there. The fact that these wannabes want to go, let them go.
wait,
I'd rather
I'm gonna ask.
go.
I'm
Wait,
gonna
let me
ask
finish.
Usman a question. I'm
I'd
gonna
rather
Usman.
go. Wait, let me finish. I'd rather go to number 6 Cavendish with AJ and smoke his exclusive behind the door. Rizza, you can't have them, but Steve and Usman can because I like them better cigars. Just saying. So I'd rather hang out with AJ at number 6 Cavendish. I love Tom. I love Christian, but I'm just saying AJ has a little more of a like, oh my God selection. I'd rather go there, hang out with my mates there, than go to Monte Carlo to go. I went to some crappy little club that the rich, pretentious assholes are going to go to say, I went there, or some guy named Kirby went there and did a video. Good for you. Like I said, if it was worth its weight in gold, the three of us would have been there. We would have told you, and that's it. The fact that we were not invited, crap.
Urs has very, very, very interestingly and rightly said, Monte Carlo, question mark, no,
Right.
Monte Carlo. So,
Monte Carlo, correct.
I'm curious about one thing, and Usman, given your reach and given the splendid fellows that you know who've already been there, could you kindly ascertain whether in the cigar club, Monte Carlo Cigar Club, they sell New World cigars?
Oh, I bet you they do.
I can try and check.
So you don't immediately know the answer, and that's, in my opinion, it's a curious question.
Here, why don't we just look it up right now
given that I
online?
know who the owners, well, not the owners, given that I know who runs the cigar club in Monte Carlo,
right.
there is a mild bet that they would store New World cigars, but I think it's a relevant question to ask. And especially if there's a huge collection of Camachos there, and CAO Brazilians, etc., 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 and the splendid cigars being heralded at Meet the Makers in Scotland.
I
No,
doubt.
there's Davidoff there, I bet you.
Oh,
Because
Davidoff has to
Davidoff
be there.
sponsors us, of course. Thank you, Davidoff.
But Davidoff is the
Without
height of
you, we'd be
luxury. It
nothing.
should be there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Okay.
not sure about that, but we can figure it out. We can check and we can get the information.
No, it's a real question. I wonder if New World cigars are available.
I'm looking for you right now. I'm in the Monte
But,
Carlo
Reza,
Cigar
Reza,
Club as we speak.
all right, Reza,
I
I
will tell
doubt
you.
it personally because if they are marketing it as one of those extremely exclusive high-end kind of thing or place, I don't really think they would have.
Well, is it a La Casa del Habano? It's
No,
not, is it?
no, no, no. It's a
No,
private.
so
It's
if it's not a La Casa del Habano, there is a chance that they sell New World cigars. And I would have thought that I would put a little wager on this that they would stock Davidoffs.
Maybe.
Maybe you're
I'm trying
right.
to
Maybe
find
you're
out.
right.
I'm trying to find out for you.
I doubt they will have some of this information on the website because one, it's new. Two, they're trying to market it as an exclusive private members only thing. So never know if they have it or not.
All right. Well, hold on. We're going to give you an
When you
article
have
from
to
Cigar
market
Aficionados.
something, when you have to market
That's
something
true.
as exclusive private members, it's not.
There you go.
Something that's
It should be
exclusive is something
exclusive.
that has an exclusivity by an audience. But that's
Reza,
just the brand.
I know. But
No,
sometimes you create that hype to actually get those. If you're a members only club, so and instead of going and asking people, oh, would you like to join? Where they will say, oh, okay, if you want me to join, give me the membership for free. Rather than doing that, create the hype.
No,
Through
but that's consistent. That's consistent with Monaco and Monte Carlo specific. There's
yeah.
a consistency that's what it is. It's like not every bum off the street can go in there and smoke a cigar. You have to have some pedigree or credentials or money, obviously, right? Okay, so that there's a consistency there. You wouldn't let everyone. But I think the purism. It's not about purism. It's about providing a service and a product to its already captured audience.
All right. If I may,
You may.
the first way that you get into it is you have to spend at least 100,000 euros at the Monte Carlo Resort. There's already a waiting list to get in. There's 50 founding members. It's unclear how the club's going to grow or what the annual membership is. It also says they have 35,000 unique cigars. CAO, Brazilian Amazons apparently are number one. No, I'm just kidding. All the pictures that they show are literally all the top end Cuban cigars. So there you go. So it doesn't look like they have New World. It's all Cuban.
Imagine if I imagine. Well, not imagine. Imagine if I put or you could, or we could open a cigar lounge, a sort of a Habanos cigar lounge in Las
Right.
Vegas. Right.
Why?
Okay. I mean, you would have the most expensive accessories, most expensive cigars, because when people win big, they come and spend. I mean, it's just, and so Monte Carlo is just a slightly more refined version, but it depends on your view, more crass version, more refined version of that.
Right.
It's designed for high rollers. It's designed for high rollers, both on the roulette wheel and off the
Right.
roulette wheel. High rollers.
All right. Well, Demetrius G has been there. Demetrius says it's crap. No, I'm just kidding. He says it's not all Cuban. The opportunity to enjoy a rare selection of cigars from the finest Cuban or Nicaraguan long filler producers. There you go.
It's interesting. Demetrius said Nicaraguan as well, as opposed to any others.
Or Dominican.
Well, no, he specifically said Nicaraguan, so I'll
Yes.
stick to that. I wonder
Yeah.
what. Anyway, so
Well, if anybody's been to the Monte Carlo Club, please other than, people that whatever, please let us know. And our boy, Mr. What's his going to be
Jean-Marie?
here?
Jean-Marie, is he
Jean
joining?
Marie's showing up.
I sent him the link. Yeah, I guess
trying
it
to
wasn't.
do
The link wasn't working initially. If it is working now, we can get him in. We can
his
get his
devices are not.
perspective.
Yes, we'll
We
get
can
his
get
perspective.
perspective.
I suspect that Jean Marie is the type of person
He's
that
not going there.
would hold center stage at the Monte Carlo Cigar Club.
Yeah,
Uh,
but my point, I don't think he would go. I think to him it would be like, why?
Usman, do you think if I wore a pair of red trousers
Here we
and
go.
put on a stupid hat and silly sunglasses, do you think they would let me in?
First of all, in your case, the day you wear red trousers, I would actually want to picture it and frame that for future purposes and references.
Would
Two,
I look silly? Would I look silly
Wait,
or
wait.
would I look charming?
oh, you would look you, as always.
No, but do you think it's a prerequisite?
No, not necessarily. To be honest, I wear red trousers sometimes.
Ah.
Well, I think that explains a lot that you wear red trousers. That's all I
Hey,
Oh,
can say.
oh my
So,
thank you for joining us,
god!
madam.
Oh my
Thank
god!
you for
What?
joining us, madam.
Look,
yes, I just wanted to say I have a hat that I found, and I'm going to wear this now. So here you go. So just
So
so
we
we're
all do the
clear,
stupid hats thing. Let's all do the
we're going
stupid
to do the
hats.
stupid hat thing. But anyway, I just thought that would be.
Usman, you got a stupid
And
hat. Let's put stupid hats on.
we're going to put stupid hats on. Here we go. I have my stupid hat. I
where the hell
found this
is it?
hat. There we
I
go.
don't have a
Now we
stupid
can
hat
do cigar
close by.
reviews.
I don't have a stupid hat close by.
All
Huh?
right. Well, there you go.
Hmm.
We could have all, and there he is without a stupid hat, ladies and gentlemen, Jean Marie. So there you have it.
Hey!
He's not having a stupid hat. A special guest.
Bienvenue à Jean-Marie.
Cheers to you, my
Hi,
friend.
hi, hi, guys. Hi,
How
guys.
you doing? So
As a matter of fact, yesterday, uh, everybody's wearing those Panama hats.
That's right.
yeah,
Uh,
that's right.
I've got a couple, but yeah. So I said to myself, I'm gonna wear another hat to annoy everybody. And I looked up on the internet, where can I buy a Mad Hatter hat in London?
Oh yes, a top
And
hat.
and I found a hatter hat, and it's really
Okay.
lovely. And they come in black color, and they've got the 10 shilling 6 pence badge on the hat, which was the original one of what's her name? Uh, I forgot her name.
The Mad
And
Hatter. The Mad Hatter.
yeah,
Yeah, it's got the little receipt, the ticket receipt there in the side.
yeah, it's 10/6, which
That's
is
the
10
size.
shillings
That's the
6
size of the
pence.
head. That's the size of the
No,
head.
no, no, no. No,
No?
that's the price. That's
Oh,
the
is it?
price. Yeah, it's 10 shillings 6 pence at that time.
Wow.
Alice in Wonderland. That's what I was trying. And yeah,
The
it's a very
current
nice
Jean-Marie,
hat.
the current fashion is to wear bowler hats. I've seen some pretty high-end aficionados that, especially Usman knows. The new thing is to try to look very serious and not silly at all. To wear a bowler hat.
Yomari,
Uh,
before this goes anywhere, I want to
What
give
is
you a
he saying?
disclaimer. I want to give you a disclaimer. Raza is on a spree to kill a lot of people right now.
Oh,
and
nice.
So
If
before he goes to
Usman,
the yes, before he goes to the hat community, we would like to have your point of view first on something we were actually ripping about, which is if you're given now this is a
The
question
hat
out of context. I'm
community.
not giving you any context. I'm giving you a question. If you are in Monte Carlo, or if you go to Monte Carlo, would you actually go to the newest opened cigar club at Monte Carlo, or would you like to go and have a membership at the club? Yes or no?
I would go to the beach. And I
What
would
a
go to
cool guy. What a cool cat. What a
I
cool
would go
cat.
to I would go to Saint Tropez at
There you
the
go.
buffet restaurant
You'd
if it
go
is
to
still
Cannes and
open.
sit at the Hotel
Uh,
Negresco, sit outside, sip your
I mean,
Yeah.
martini.
Monte Carlo, as Rizza says, Monte Carlo is overrated, like
Yep.
Jimi Hendrix. And what the hell are you gonna do there? Take a
No,
picture, put it on
Jean-Marie, you
Instagram.
could go to Monte Carlo, you could wear a silly hat, put your sunglasses on, and take photos and put them on Instagram.
And wear
Uh,
red pants. And wear red pants while you do it.
uh, nobody goes. I mean, okay, let me rephrase. Nobody that I know goes to Monte Carlo
Yeah,
As far
I
as
agree.
friends go.
for many reasons. Monte Carlo is a very small place. If you walk in the street or whatever you do, you're gonna be flashed. And these people they avoid privacy. They want privacy, and then they
Yep.
avoid any public. That's the one. Number two, these places sell alcohol, and those guys cannot be seen in a place that sells alcohol. Number three, this is the gambling casino, and they are not going to be seen gambling in a casino.
Yep. And
So
their
you
hotel
have a
is okay.
large section of the population that is really the target segment of this place that are not going to show up there.
Yeah.
Uh, I certainly, I don't plan to go to Monte Carlo, but I certainly don't, I don't think I'm going to waste a day or half a day to go to Monte. There's nothing to do.
You got
Very
Honestly,
to,
true.
I mean,
Jean-Marie, I didn't have to open my mouth. Jean-Marie said it out loud.
You know what's interesting though, Jean Marie? 20 years ago when you went there, it was better. And now because they've built the extension with the fake islands and the fake this, and you have the Russian oligarchs and this oligarch, and everyone's trying to hide there. It's like New York City in a 5 o'clock rush hour. You can't move, you can't do. Back in the day, you could do. It was a little more civilized, and today it's just all Instagrammers, and then people that want to be
yes,
seen.
yes, you are right, Stephen.
Yeah,
Monte Carlo, more than 20 years, 30 years ago, 40
yeah,
years ago, were unique. It was a unique place.
yep,
And you had all the Brits that go to Nice, which is, it's nice in
right.
English. And there was no Ibiza. There was no Mallorca. There was no Mykonos. I mean, Mykonos in the old days, you go to Mykonos, you had two choices for accommodation. Either you rent a room at one of the villagers or the people living there, or you sleep on the beach. There was really no hotel to speak of.
Hmm.
So all those places, Miami, Dubai, okay, Miami was there already, but a bit far. Dubai at that time wasn't famous like today.
Right,
Uh, so, so people would flock to Monte Carlo. You would go there with the hope that you will see Brigitte Bardot having a dinner, lunch, or breakfast, or whatever.
right.
Seen and be seen. Today, it's not the case anymore.
It's different.
To put it in a nice English way, plunkers go to Monte Carlo to Monaco. You have to be a plunker to go there.
You see,
So I mean,
Usman gives me a hard time, but Jean-Marie is brutal. He's absolutely brutal. He cuts to the chase. No, but you know something. This, I'll tell you something. This, the message can be the same, but the person delivering the message, their reputation, their reputability changes the
Right.
flavor, right? Okay. Now, Jean-Marie is not saying much different from what we're all thinking anyway, but Jean-Marie's delivery, because he's been there, done it all, yeah? You have credence in what he's saying, and I dig that.
Raza,
Thank you,
Raza,
Jean-Marie.
in your case, the problem is you are not gonna say it only to us. You're gonna say it to the entire world and say it like 10 times.
No, but look,
That's
I mean,
really why sometimes just like bring you down.
I'm there to poke and prod and discombobulate to get a bit of a reaction, okay? Which is not, I don't believe that's a bad thing, right? As long as there is some integrity in the message. But the pleasure
Yeah.
in hearing Jean-Marie talk about this in his way, from a slightly holistic, like he's talking about resorts in the last 20, 30 years, and then comparing. Monte Carlo is a brand, okay? It is a brand, and what is provided is part of that brand. And if you think it's special, good for you. If you're a high roller, good for you. If we talk about cigars and we talk about purist cigar smoking, or everyone uses these terms, aficionado. These days, everyone is a cigar aficionado. They've smoked 2 cigars, they consider
Right.
themselves an aficionado. All right, okay. It's just that's the way the industry is going. So when people talk about real stuff, it comes part of context. If you look at Monte Carlo in the
Right.
context of where it was 30, 40 years ago, in the context of other resorts, in the context of what it offers. And that's why I was curious, and I am still curious, what is the pricing level of those cigars? Is it designed for accessibility, or is it designed purely to show, hey, I'm
I
going to
don't
use a
think
bad word right now. This is very expensive. Fuck off. If you don't have any money, fuck off. This is a
I
place,
don't
it's a
think it
honey
is.
trap.
I don't think it is for pleasure. I'm very certain the pricing is not going to be cheap. One, because it's Monte Carlo. Two, they're trying to promote it as a private members club and an exclusive kind of thing. So I don't think the pricing is, or anyone who's going to go there is gonna look at the prices before they're gonna smoke something. It's a matter of object for them when you see
Right.
at the
So
pricing.
it's a
Which
flagship. It's
is
a
why if
flagship.
you see, yeah, so if so which is why if you see the videos and the pictures coming out, I don't think I've seen any pricing mentioned against cigars, unlike the UK
It's
where
no, it's at that
everywhere
level.
you
If you
go,
have to ask, you can't afford. It's like that level,
exactly.
right? Yeah. But
Yeah,
I'm
Right.
still curious. I'm
I think
curious
so.
where when as cigar smokers, we're all curious. I mean, Jean-Marie is a collector. Usman, you've been smoking for a hell,
No, just
yonks. Steve, I'm not really a collector, but money to one side. I'm still curious. I
I'm
have a
with you.
McDonald's. I have a McDonald's index, right? You travel anywhere in the world, right?
Right.
And you have a McDonald's meal. The price of that McDonald's meal gives you a fair idea of how expensive that economy is. Yeah,
Right.
yes.
right. So in terms of benchmark, I used to have a benchmark for Cuban cigars, but this is 12, 13, 14 years ago. It was the Siglo 2. I smoked
There's
Cohiba
no
Siglo
benchmark.
2 constantly. Right. Okay. And if the Siglo 2 went up or down by 1 or 2 euros, you would notice it. For example, used to be about 14, 15
Well,
euros in about 20. Right. Okay. So
Right.
I want to know so my benchmark these days is Ramalones specially selected. Right. How much is that cigar? It's a Robusto size cigar. You get it virtually everywhere in the world. How much is it? Now, this is just a curiosity. It's nice to know these things.
No, I agree
So,
with you, but
Usman, if you could use your grapevine and find that out, that would be great.
I
Well,
think we've already established it just from what the Rob report wrote. It's they have a waiting list. There's 50 founding members. They supposedly have some very unique cigars. It probably costs you. You have to spend 100 grand to be invited to go in. It's not a cheap thing.
One of the top, not one of, probably the top club,
I am
is arguable. The
banned.
top club in London is Annabelle's. Okay.
Right.
Now, Annabelle's has a cigar lounge, let's call it, because it's a private members club, right? But you can access Annabelle's cigar lounge if you're not a member at Annabelle's. If you're there between certain periods of time, you can go there. But there is a level of accessibility. Okay. It may
Right.
be a tease, but there's a level of accessibility, right? Okay. I totally get it when, in Monte Carlo or any other exclusive destination, they would put a price on something that is inaccessible. Like, for example, one of the most attractive cigar smoking areas I've seen was about 3 years ago, was at the Peninsula Hotel in Paris.
Okay.
And I walked past it, and I almost stopped to have a smoke there because it was that attractive. But their prerequisite was that if you are not staying at the hotel, it was a minimum of a 250 euro, not a spend, a 250 euro bill before you start buying cigars, right? And I thought, okay, it's not worth that right now, okay? And it's not a special
Right.
occasion or anything like that. But you have those kind of like the inaccessibility is a bit of an upsell as far as I'm concerned. With Monte Carlo, it's not really an upsell. That's just part of the fabric of Monte Carlo.
Well, yeah, because everything in
Yeah,
Monte
but
Carlo
let
is
me
ridiculous price.
let me join in. Uh, uh, it's private clubs is passé. Private clubs are no more in fashion, and they have been in fashion for what, for I don't know, 15 years or 20 years. It is not in fashion at all. So they are doing a private club. Uh, Today, the private clubs, really, you can count them on two hands. The famous one is the Art Club in London,
Mm-hmm.
which opened another place in Dubai. I don't know,
Yes.
maybe they have some place else. The second one is the leftover of the gentlemen's club in clubs in London, the St James and Crawford. And right, you are perfectly right, Rizza. Annabelle is was one of the more private clubs. I was a member in Annabelle's. Uh, I don't know when, the 90s or in the 80s or something. I was a member of at Annabelle's, and this is where I had the luck, the chance to meet Serge Gainsbourg, and he was dancing and holding in his hand two or three packs of Gitan. He was a chain smoker. Uh, yeah, I mean, Annabelle's was the place. Well, you would show off, but there was no Instagram, there was no mobile, so you
Yeah,
could take pictures and put
there's
them.
a level of
Uh,
privacy.
yeah, and frankly, thanks God, there was no mobiles at that time. We'll all be in hospital or in jail. Uh, so So yeah, private club don't work. I understand the idea behind private club, but you can charge so much for a cigar, or a drink, or a bottle of whiskey. Uh, um, so you can't go beyond the usual costing. You can add your 10%, 20%, but you cannot sell a Behike 58 at 2,000 euro, unless probably they are selling it at this price. Um, so they have the private club idea, and the private club idea is, well, to make money, you
That's
know,
right.
as usual.
L- but
Today,
London very
today,
specifically. Go on, Shomri.
today, 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 the attitude is, if you want to book a restaurant or a table at a club, or if you want even to book a place, a cabana at the beach, you cannot just walk in or just call and say, I'm so and so, can I have a cabana from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. or from 3 p.m. till midnight? You can't do that anymore. Now you have to pay for the booking. So if you want to go to a restaurant, they will charge you online or I am paying online to book a restaurant. And it started with the top restaurant and it is going down and down. So even now the medium restaurants are charging. Uh, and that's it. There's nothing you can do about it. So whether they're going to be doing that or instituting the private clubs, I'm not going there.
Well, you're hearing it from a seasoned cigar smoker. You're hearing it from a
Yeah.
seasoned traveler. That's what. So you don't need. Usman doesn't need to get on my case. Stephen doesn't need to get on my case. You're hearing it from someone far wiser and traveler. Look at that. Look at that. Look.
Usman,
Oh
Usman,
shit!
this is for you.
Hold on.
This
A
is
double
a diadema.
figurado.
This
Oh
is
my
a
God.
diadema. This is
Diademas.
surely a diadema size.
Of course it is.
And now what it is? What is this? Yomari, tell us about that as well.
This is part of the humidor where you have I think
Jean-Marie, can you do that
I
again?
think
I want to take a photo of that one. If you
Can
can
you
show it again,
uh,
please show it again on the screen?
close up. Can you
With
give it a
the
bit of light?
no, a bit
yeah,
of light.
I can.
Previous
Just a
where
second.
you were, sure.
That smoke will last almost 6 hours.
I was
No,
just gonna
not this.
say he'll be smoking until tomorrow with that.
I
No.
had, by the way, yesterday I had one of the most incredible. I had a connoisseur B, which I know Usman is one of Usman, dude. This was a perfect stick. You've never seen a stick like this. It was snow white ash all the way down to the base.
Okay, boys,
All right,
let's
here,
see.
let's get Jean-Marie's picture here. There you go, guys.
A bit closer.
There you go.
What is written on it? It's a Partagás.
It is a Partagás.
It looks like
Yes.
we're interrogating it.
K Partagás or something. Yeah, it's a Partagás. Yeah, now I can see it. Perfect. Raza, take the
Perfect.
picture.
I took a picture already, but let me
Perfect.
take
All right,
another
good.
one.
Very nice. Thank you very much. Now, John, are you going to be smoking that, or are you just showing it to us?
No, I'm just showing off.
No, that was a flex.
Okay.
He's
It was a
teasing him.
flex. I love it. He was flexing everybody, showing a cigar that none of you can get. So,
But hang on. If you are interested in this stuff, where is
Now,
it? Here it is.
yeah,
I
we have a
think the
cigar show, just in case you didn't know. So, yeah. So,
the gems are coming
Oh, you
out.
got
You
more than
have
one of
this.
them.
oh my goodness, look at this.
I have the humidor. What do you mean I have more than one?
I'm
See,
You got the
joking. I'm
humidor of
joking,
it.
Jean-Marie. I'm just sensationalizing it for you.
Oh
Wow, look
wow.
at that.
This is
And Zhao would smoke all three of those at once. So that's
At
amazing.
once, there you go.
That was a classic one.
That's
Oh,
there you go. There's a
Oh,
short for
there's a
you.
Parejo. There's a Parejo as well.
Why don't you ask Jean-Marie
no.
about the culebras? Someone else asked
we
him.
already did that last week.
You
Did
did
we?
that. We
Yeah,
asked him.
We
Oh,
did that
my
last week.
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's. Yeah,
Yeah.
we did that last week.
yeah, we
Jean-Marie's
did
pulling out
that
the big
last
guns.
week.
Yeah, and here's the funny part. He's got a better collection than that stupid club in Monte Carlo. So does AJ.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
So
Nobody has got
stupid.
this stuff. Forget it. Monte
That's what I'm saying.
Carlo. Uh,
Yeah, Monte Carlo has some nice stuff.
Yeah.
even your friend AJ doesn't have it.
AJ, get
Wow.
on here. No, AJ's up in Scotland right now.
AJ is
Oh,
meet the maker. He's AJ.
AJ
Is,
didn't meet the makers, so he can't defend himself this week. Next week after he sees the show.
Send him the link. Send him the link.
already
Usman,
sent.
send it.
Already sent. AJ has the link.
No, say that someone is testing your patience on here. Jean-Marie's on. Jean-Marie's on, and Jean-Marie's going head to head. It's like I can feel a fight coming on. An
No,
intellectual
No.
fight, a cigar
I
fight.
don't think so. I don't think so.
No, those are the nicest. Those are the nicest discussions about what
That's true.
collections and what you've smoked and what you thought about it. This is
Yeah,
real
but
product feedback.
but those cigars, they are part of the
History.
Anniversario 10 Humidor. It is history. And as I said last time, I don't want to smoke them. I don't want to smoke money. This is smoking money.
All right.
I mean, what's the point? I mean,
Jean-Marie, do you remember one of my favorite
Yes.
movies, Jean-Marie, is Dirty Rotten Scoundrels? Do you remember that?
Oh God,
With
that's a
yeah,
Michael
great flick.
of
with
course.
Michael Caine and Steve Martin. I
Steve Martin,
remember, you know who you sound like right now? You sound like Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Because when Michael Caine is teaching Steve Martin how to spend all this ill-gotten money, he shows him a wine cellar. And Steve Martin says, well, this is great. You got lots of wine. He says you can't drink it because it's too
It's
expensive.
too
He said,
expensive.
he said, well, then you sell it. He said, well, you can't sell it because it's too dear to me. And that's exactly what you sound like, Jean-Marie. Is those cigars will sit there forever and ever and ever.
Who's gonna pay this money?
I know.
Today you are
But they're not going
talking.
anywhere. You're not smoking them. You're not
Today you
selling
are
them.
talking about silly. You are talking about silly money, Rizza.
I
This is
know.
silly
I
money.
understood it. I understood it. Yeah.
This is a humidor that costed a fortune at that time.
Right.
Yeah, you know, there is nobody to ask uh, how much is it worth.
Hey,
You
Jean
know, it
Marie,
doesn't exist.
I know 50 stupid people in Monte Carlo. They'd be more than happy to buy that from you
Usman has gone off screen. Usman is contacting all the brokers right now and saying,
right
"Oh,
now to sell your humidor for you. Yeah. But yeah, I
I
know
have
50 people at a stupid private club in Monte Carlo. They'll be more than happy to buy your to buy that humidor with those cigars for you.
you have no idea how much one of those cigars would be, Stephen.
Yeah.
One of those is
One of those cigars, I'm assuming, is probably about 25,000 pounds.
no, well, it's not. I don't think it's at Cohiba 40th anniversary level. But listen, to talk about money, it's such a crass discussion.
No, it's not. I'm a Jew. It's what we do all day.
It's a
So,
crass discussion.
who cares? I'm an investment banker and a Jew. What do you think I do all day? Talk about money. So, Jean Marie, where am
do you,
is
do
it
you,
$25,000 a stick?
do
Am I
you
off
know
a
how
little?
to sorry?
Is it
I
about
don't know.
$25,000 a stick? You don't know? Okay.
I don't I have no
You know how
idea.
much it is? It's how much Jean Marie asks for it. If Jean Marie says it's $10,000 stick,
$25,000 a
that's
stick. I'm
how much it's
negotiating right
worth.
now for him. The Monte Carlo Club, it's
It's the
$25,000 a stick.
seller's
There you go.
prerogative in this case.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to tell you, Stephen, sorry if it is a little bit off the chart. Do you know how to prepare a Jewish omelette?
Ow.
Without breaking the
You
egg.
start you start by borrowing 9 eggs.
What did Jean Marie say? What did he say?
He said you start by borrowing
You
eggs.
start by borrowing nine
9 eggs.
eggs.
I love it. That's so funny. Yeah, I love that. Well, the
Oy
joke we
vey,
used
By
to
the
oy
way,
tell,
vey.
I bet
this is a joke. This is a joke by a CFO.
Well.
well, here the joke we said as a kid were why the Jews were in the wilderness for 40 years. They're looking for a penny. That was our joke when we were kids.
Oh,
So
that's
So
you start by borrowing 9 eggs.
You have an American, and you
right,
have a Jew, and you have an Arab,
right.
and they die and they go to heaven.
Oh,
And
jeez.
some people have got the keys, and he tells the American, listen, he tells the three of them, we have a little problem. The system is down, so I cannot let you in to paradise. And because of this error, we're gonna let you go back to your original earth and continue living your life. So the American, no, thank you very much, you know, I give up that, and goes away. And then he goes to the Arab. He said, same, what would you like? He said, I want money. I want lot of money. I want gold. I want diamond. I want lot of money. He said, you got it. Go back to Earth. And then there is the Jew. And he tells the Jew, you can go back. What would you want? He said, the address of the Arab.
That's awesome.
on that note, on that note,
With all apologies, guys. Okay.
We're all
That's
good.
apologize to me.
on that note, we are already 1 hour and 15 minutes into the show, and I
Yes.
think we should try to wrap this up today.
I think
Are
he
we gonna
just
wrap
did.
it up with more jokes, or are we gonna? Is Jean Marie gonna tell us one more thing from his collection that is unattainable for everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, there is plenty of that if you want.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I love it. Thanks very much. There's plenty of that. None of you can
It's
afford
not
this.
it's not Pandora's box, it's Jean Marie's box.
That's right. Jean Marie's like,
Let's
here, let me show
see.
you one more stick that you guys can't afford. So, oh, that's a beauty. Here you go,
That's
kids.
a
Is
double
it a
Corona,
Grand
whatever
Piano?
it is.
I think it's
That's
either a
Lucy.
Lucy
That's
Davidoff.
Lusitania.
Lusitania's 1980 cabinet.
Wow, that is
Well,
awesome.
we have to take your word for it, Jean Marie. There's no band on there. It could be
Yeah.
anything.
That's how we
It could
know
be
it's real.
Dominican for all I know.
Here
Don't
you see.
take my
Indeed.
word.
There you go. There's the band. Happy
There
night.
you go.
That's Hulk Hogan's headband.
Oh my God.
Lusitanias.
Don't
The
take
hunk of
my
yeah.
word
cognac.
for it. Yeah. But this one you like.
Oh, this is the
That's the Salomones.
Salomones from the
Yeah.
Partagás Hemingway.
Partagás
Yes.
Salomones.
Very
Yes.
nice.
That's
This is
one of my. That's outstanding.
the 1400 when
Yes.
Columbus discovered Africa, America, or
1492.
whatever.
1492.
1492.
Yeah, when he discovered
Yeah,
the
whatever.
Bahamas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephen was around then.
We welcomed him when he came to the Bahamas. Everything's better in the Bahamas. That's what we would
That's
tell him.
Salomones. That was the 1980s Partagás Salomones. That is.
I know.
I know
That's
someone who would
history.
go crazy. I know someone who go absolutely crazy for that cigar. Crazy.
Yeah, and smoke 3 cigars together. Right?
No. I actually wasn't referencing Jao on this one. The Partagás Salomones is a Christian specialty. Christian. That's his.
Okay.
Oh, okay. He won't
That's his
smoke 3
thing.
together at least, so then that's okay.
One after the other. One after the other.
One after the other.
These are staying with the smoking humidor that I'm supposed to pick up and smoke, but I cannot get myself to
Smoke
some of
money,
them I
as you put
cannot
it.
smoke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can't smoke money.
no, it's
That's
too
great.
much. On a final note, before Usman kicks me out,
No,
uh,
don't kick anyone out.
Rizza, uh, going back in time with Jimi Hendrix, and you said that he bends his guitar. And of course, you were perfectly right. He did bend his guitar. But what I wanted to tell you, and I forgot to tell you at that time, that he was not the only one who was bending the guitar. The whole audience was bending like that.
No,
Very
Jean-Marie is
true.
Over
talking
to
about
you,
the
Osman.
conversation about Jimi Hendrix would flex the guitar to get the strings to sound different. That's what Jean-Marie is talking about.
Yep.
Right. That was last week's show. If
That was
anybody
last
wants to
week.
see it, so you can find it on the list or listen to it on the podcast. So, but gentlemen, John Marie is always a pleasure. Hopefully you come back next week. I think yours is joining us next week as
Thank you
well.
for
So if
hosting
we
me.
have the
Thank you
two,
for
if we have
hosting
the
me.
two of you, the 3 of us
It'll
don't
be
have to do
fun.
any work next week. So
Absolutely.
you and yours,
Now
come on, please.
It just flexes with the
that
cigars, the DMS.
now that the Habanos histories are done for all the brands, I think having both of them together, we 3 can just chill out.
That's what I saying. The 3 of us will chill out. John Marie and yours can
No,
tell jokes, show
next
their
week is the
cigar
Davidoff
collections. It'll be
No,
history.
great.
Davidoff
next
history.
time I'll shut up. I won't say anything.
No,
No,
stop it then.
no,
No,
Pleasure to
that's
have
the
you
best
on.
part.
Pleasure to have you on.
It's always a pleasure to have you. Yours, sweet as no, it's a pleasure. And AJ, one day when you're not mad at Rizza for whatever he did in your store to you, whatever, I don't know, urinate on the wall, he'll come on the show. It'll be fun.
It's a
It'll be
very
nice.
pleasure.
We'll get that.
Yeah,
We'll get
I
and
know
Christian will come back.
AJ.
Oh,
I know AJ from end '99 when he had a small shop in Reading.
That's
that.
right.
okay.
So I
So,
know
all
AJ
right.
for some time.
All
Yeah.
right. Well,
Anyway,
apologize for Rizza in
thank you,
advance and have him come
thank
on.
you,
Thank
thank
you.
you,
John Mary,
Stephen.
it's always a
Thank you,
pleasure to see you. We're
Rizza.
always,
Thank you, Osman.
Thank you, Jean-Marie. Thank
thank you.
you for joining in. All
Always
right,
a pleasure to see
everyone.
you. We'll see you all next week. Don't forget to subscribe and like, tell your friends. And if you don't like someone, definitely tell them. The show gets rebroadcasted later and the podcast goes out on Sunday mornings. If you don't want to look at us, you can hear us. And there you go, everybody. Yes, Rizza, before we go.
I was going to say, take care of yourselves and of each other.
God, I just threw up in my pants again. Anyway, we'll see everybody what you call next Saturday. Geo, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.